Still to this day, the most frequent question that I get is, does AI content rank? And AI content definitely ranks in Google even in 2025, and I believe it will continue to rank in the future. This is one of our clients, and as you can see, they're getting a lot of traffic. Over 500 active users per day going over to their website, 16K users in the last 30 days. So they're doing really well, and all the content on this website was created using AI. But you can't just create a blog post and expect it to rank. In today's day and age, it's more competitive, and there's more things in which you need to do to ensure that you can rank on Google. Number one is still doing good keyword research, especially if you're a new website. There's no way you're going to be able to rank for high authoritative keywords. As you can see for this website, they're ranking for a lot of keywords, but the keywords are pretty low in keyword difficulty rating because this website was newer and it had a low DR. So if you're going after, hard keywords, nothing you will do will be able to allow you to rank for those keywords, especially when you're new and your domain rating is low. So if your domain rating is low, go after, keywords that are long tail, that are low keyword difficulty on Ahrefs, and write a bunch of content on that. And the next thing that you need to do is write really, really good content. Now, I've done a lot of videos on this channel on how to write content using Claude, using ChatGPT. The first step to writing really good AI content is having a really good prompt. So I'll leave this prompt in the description below today's video, and I usually prompt the AI to write in a better SEO optimized way, write in a more human-like way, and write a article that is the most informational rich article, the most relevant article for that topic, and usually those articles do well. Before we continue today's video, I would like to mention my AI generation tool. It is the best tool for blog posts and social media posts. We create really, really good images with text. That's where this tool really shines. This is a tool that I created myself and I stand by it. It is one of the best AI generation tools, especially when it comes to adding text onto those specific images. If you'd like to use the tool for yourselves, I will leave a link for it in the description below today's video. Now let's continue. Now, if you've already written an article and it's doing okay on Google, or you want to increase the rankings, I'll show you a strategy in which I did. Now, as you can see, we're ranking number 4 for this position. We kind of go between number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. It's sort of up and down. So what I did was I first went ahead and I updated the content. This is another really, really good point. If you're ranking decently for content, you need to constantly update it so that Google sees that you're adding more information onto that article, so then they could boost you up compared to your competitors who may be not writing anything or updating their content. So that's number 1, is you need to update it with 2025 information. It's very, very easy to do so. You can just update it using any AI writer. Now, the next thing that I did was I actually went ahead and I used Claude. I want to show you the prompt in which I used. I told it, based upon this blog post, I want you to create a interactive infographic-like element in basic HTML format that I can upload onto WordPress. And it was able to create this for me. All I had to do was copy over the code. This website is on Webflow, so it may be a little bit harder to upload HTML code, but it's easy on any CMS. All you do is click add code and upload the HTML content, and it usually looks pretty good on your website. So this is what it looks like on the actual blog post itself. The article is about how to remove a lipoma yourself naturally, and this is an interactive, really awesome sort of infographic style element. It has the about, it has natural remedies, it has medical treatments, FAQs. We can see the risk level, we can see the effectiveness of these different steps at which you can take to remove a lipoma yourself at home. And then we also have a call to action here. So this is really good. In my last video, I talked about structured data because this is going to be code on your website. Google's going to look at this and it's going to really like this sort of content. This is a strategy that I've done with a couple of my different clients. One of my other clients here, if I go onto their top ranked blog post, and I don't think it's a coincidence that their top ranked blog post also includes a custom HTML element in which I created for them, right? So this is not a coincidence. Google loves this type of content, and think about it, it makes sense, right? If you're going onto a website and if you're actually able to get actual data, put in some numbers, play around with it, that is just a much more better experience for the user, which means that they will stay on your website longer, which means Google will see that as a good signal and they will rank your content higher on Google. So I definitely recommend creating these infographics, and I use Claude to primarily create all of these infographics or all of these tables and charts because it does a really good job. You just tell it to create it in simple HTML element. That is the key, simple HTML element, copy over the code. If you're using WordPress, paste it, add a code block and paste it in. If you're using Webflow, add an HTML element, paste it in and test it out and see what it looks like. Usually it's pretty straightforward to do. If you guys want me to do a full video on that, I'm be sure then happy to do that for you. But that really works well, and it's very effective. The next thing that you need to do is focus on EEAT. EEAT is ranking factors by Google, how they assess a website. E is experience, so your website needs to be experienced within that field. And the example that we get here from Moses is it clear that the product that you're reviewing, the person actually used? So if, for example, you're writing in a medical niche, are you a medical professional, or are you getting reference from a medical profession? Expertise, this means that, again, you're an expert in that domain in which you're writing about. And for you to become an expert in Google's eyes, if you're not an expert, you need to then increase your domain rating so that other websites are talking about your website, which will be a positive ranking factor for Google. Then we have authority, and that is your site a go-to source for knowledge? And that's sort of built over time, especially with topical authority, when you write so much on one topic that Google sees that you're dominating this specific field, and it will rank you higher. And last, we have trustworthiness. Is it correct? Is your sources correct? Is your website HTTPS and secured and everything like that? So those are some of the steps in which you need to take in order to rank on Google. It's not just about writing content and hoping that you're going to rank. It's way more competitive like that. But once you follow these steps, then I guarantee you, you'll be able to get rankings like both of my clients here. Again, as you can see, both of them are doing pretty well. They're getting organic traffic each month, and that traffic is turning into paid customers. So this is not just traffic for the sake of getting traffic. This is targeted traffic that will actually help your bottom line. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you have any more questions, let me know in the comments below. Before we continue today's video, I would like to mention my AI generation tool. It is the best tool for blog posts and social media posts. We create really good images with text. That's where this tool really shines. This is a tool that I created myself, and I stand by it. It is one of the best AI generation tools, especially when it comes to adding text onto those specific images. If you'd like to use the tool for yourselves, I will leave a link for it in the description below today's video. Now let's continue.